Ladies, 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 we're here tonight on the show. Alright, let me make sure the sound is good. Lately the sound has been terrible. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure the sound is good. Alright, I think the sound is good. What the fuck is happening? Okay, yeah, the sound is good. Alright, so what I want to talk tonight is I've been reading a lot of articles for the last few days about Aaron Rodgers. I've been reading a lot of freaking articles these last few days about Aaron Rodgers. You know, stuff has been coming out with him and Mike McCarthy, you know, that supposedly, you know, they didn't get along, you know, that Aaron Rodgers couldn't stand Mike McCarthy, that Mike McCarthy, you know, play call sucked ass. Aaron Rodgers led the league this year in throwaways, which supposedly a lot of people were saying that Aaron Rodgers was giving up on plays before he should have because he wanted to make a point that Mike McCarthy was not a good play caller and he was not adjusting to the, you know how the NFL is now, not a lot of running, it's a bunch of throwing, and that he was trying to prove the point that Mike McCarthy was not doing a good job adjusting into the new NFL, that his play calls were too out of touch with these last, with the current NFL the way it is right now, so he led the league in throwaways, you know, that he was, you know, that every time they were in a meeting and Mike McCarthy made a mistake or Mike McCarthy admitted to making a mistake, that he would just go back to the 2005 draft, when Mike McCarthy was an assistant coach for San Francisco, and he, instead of drafting Aaron Rodgers, he drafted Alex Smith. Every time Mike McCarthy would either make a mistake in a game, you know, calling a play, or maybe in the practice or a film room, getting something wrong, and he's like, of course you made a mistake, just like you made a mistake in 2005 of not drafting me and instead drafting Alex Smith. And so it would be very uncomfortable in the locker room, you know, in the film room. They just supposedly that neither Mike McCarthy or Aaron Rodgers could not really stand each other. That Aaron Rodgers would roll every time, a lot of times, you know, they were calling a play, the players were on the huddle, Mike McCarthy would mic the play into Aaron Rodgers through Aaron Rodgers' headset, through the microphone, and that Aaron Rodgers would completely roll his eyes, like saying, this play's gonna suck. And like I said, the report came out that Aaron Rodgers led the league this year in throwaways, and that a lot of times he might have been throwing the ball away on purpose to try to make a point. Mike McCarthy's play calling sucks. Alright, so now, well, Mike McCarthy's out of there. Aaron Rodgers should be happy. Mike McCarthy has been fired. And now, Aaron Rodgers, he's got pressure this year to really do something. Because I think these last 2 years for Aaron Rodgers, I mean, they didn't make the playoffs. He's a top 3 quarterback. And I understand the first year he had the shoulder problem and he missed a lot of games and that kind of messed up the season. But this year, you know, I understand again, he had the leg injury, but still he was out there playing. I don't think he ever missed a game. Aaron Rodgers, to me, like LeBron James, has got some pressure this upcoming season to really make the playoffs. And maybe not only make the playoffs, but also get some wins and make some noise in these playoffs in 2019. Because all of a sudden, you're starting to become a drama queen, Aaron Rodgers is, you know. I think he's got a lot of pressure in this upcoming season to not only make the playoffs, but also win 1 or 2 games in the playoffs. Otherwise, his stock is going to start going down, and people are just going to think he's a drama queen, just like Ben Roethlisberger. Supposedly, the general manager told Aaron Rodgers when the new coach, Matt LaFleur, was signed, he's like, we have a new coach now, Matt LaFleur, don't be the problem. That's what the general manager told Aaron Rodgers. We have Matt LaFleur's coming in, he's going to be the new coach of this football team, don't be the problem. Right away saying, don't be a problem. So almost like admitting that Aaron Rodgers could be a drama queen. You know, this is a guy that hasn't talked to his brother in years. You know, he has a lot of problem with his family, you know. And now, you know, I supposedly came back in 2012, I believe. They were playing versus San Francisco, the first game of the season. And Greg Jennings was supposed to be a free agent in the 2013. And they were like joking around with the San Francisco players. And they were talking about Greg Jennings being a free agent after the season. And Aaron Rodgers said, well, maybe you should go get him. And Greg Jennings said that really pissed him off because he thought that was a way of Aaron Rodgers saying to Greg Jennings, I don't want you on this team anymore. I don't like you. I don't know about that. I think that's a little bit too much. It was supposedly Greg Jennings said in an interview not too long ago that pissed him off. That going into that, was it 2013 season, that the first game of the season versus San Francisco, there was like a stoppage of play, and the players were just joking around, and they were talking about Greg Jennings being a free agent, and Aaron Rodgers just supposedly jokingly said to the San Francisco players, maybe you guys should try to go get but it was like, supposedly Greg Jennings said that it was like kind of serious, like you should really go out and try to get it Greg Jennings next year. But it was supposedly Greg Jennings said it sounded like he was serious, like he legit wanted me to go to San Francisco, and then we legit, what happened. I think he ended up going to Minnesota. He ended up signing with Minnesota that offseason. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of problems. Greg Jennings has admitted he can be a diva. Mike McCarthy kind of admitted he was a diva. I think the brother was on the Barchellette, and he said I haven't talked to my brother Aaron Rodgers in 5 years. So he kind of admitted he's a problem. The general manager almost kind of really admitted that he can be a problem when he supposedly just told them, hey, new coach Matt LaFleur, he's the new coach. You cannot be the problem. Almost like telling him, don't be the drama queen here. So like I said, I think the man's got a lot of pressure. I think he just needs to shut up and play football, I think there's a lot of pressure going on with Aaron Rodgers. He's been in the news for these last few days. I think it's time for Aaron Rodgers to really put his head down and go to work here, because a lot of people are starting to call him out for being a drama queen. And lately they're talking about more him being a drama queen than him being a good quarterback. And that's the last thing you want as a player, that they're talking more about your attitude than they are, or your personality, than they are about your talents in the football field or the basketball field, baseball field, whatever your profession is. LeBron James has had the exact same problem this year. People have talked more about his personality than his talents in the basketball court. Same thing. The last year, it seems like people have talked more about Aaron Rodgers' personality than they have about his talent on the field. That's the last thing you want as an athlete. So Aaron Rodgers has a lot of pressure to really try to do something this year and not, like I said, not only get in the playoffs, but maybe win a game or two in the playoffs. I think he really has some pressure this year. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all. I think that is all I am going to say. I think that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I think what's up, Kevo? Welcome to the show. I'll do my I think who else is in here? Let's see. Timothy Moss. What's up, Moss? Welcome to the show. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later for the other live stream. I'm gonna make the other live stream later on tonight. I'm gonna do the Thunder and Houston game. All right, guys. I'll see you later. What the fuck is happening? All right. Hold on. See y'all.